Alright. Restarted the YouTube and the Twitch. Let's see if that works. Restart fixed it? Alright. At least it's working again. Trying to just get these mountains back here to look far, far away. Far, far away, idol. Just thought of Shrek 2 for some reason. Far, far away. I've been so excited to get this background started painting in. I think it's gonna look really nice. Red up in there. Paint a lady with big tits. Mr. Mark 210. That was a very intelligent comment. I commend you so hard that you thought of something so funny. That is just, man. That's just the funniest. You're having fun, dude. Just amazing. Should do that though. Yeah. Apparently. follow. What's going on? What? The Alexa app thing just keeps like turning off and on. Stop it. Just play the music. Alright, more of this going on. More mountain. Most of this whole area right here is going to be this color. Nice. Yeah, this is easy since I already got the underpainting in there. Looks pretty cool. Some blue, a little bit of magenta, some yellow. What's up, Nicholas? How's it going? Looking amazing already. Thank you. Yeah, just trying to do the background first. Background to foreground. It's looking pretty cool. Working on the mountains back here right now, and then I'll get to the characters. I got the sky mostly blocked in, and then yeah, we'll do everything else after that. What sir did you go with? Yeah, I'm up the dragon a little bit, kinda. Yeah, like he's bouncing in the air a little bit. It's beautiful. Thank you. Size, gotcha. This is 24 by 36. It's a big one. I'm using the oil primed linen. It's my first time painting on linen. Just wanted to give it a go. I bought 3 sheets of this big oil primed linen stuff. I haven't given it a go yet, but I really like it so far. Feels really good. The brush just kind of slides across it. Emma, how's it going? Appreciate the follow. On the board, it's a canvas panel, so it's a linen panel. Yeah, it feels really good so far. It definitely requires a different approach than I'm used to. What's it keep doing? It requires a much different approach, because normally I would do an acrylic underpainting, but I had to do a oil underpainting. I had to do an actual Brunet or Brunei with the oil paint rather than with the acrylics like I normally would. I said you on Etsy yesterday and you said to come here. I'm glad you made it. Yeah. I was wondering if that was the same Emma. Yeah, click my face. He's on Twitch as well. That's Luke. He was my buddy who is at Emerald City. That's where he met us at Emerald City. And so yeah, Luke is one of the moderators here as well on Twitch. Working on the side of it tonight? Nice. Let me know if you need anything. Especially just any questions that I can answer from here while still streaming. It's looking pretty cool already. I like that. Just having that color transition be very, very faint. It makes it look like these mountains are way off in the distance. It's really fun. And as they get a little bit closer, they get a little darker. It's pretty cool. Guess I can work on this mountain as well. This one's going to be pretty dark. I can just kind of splatter this purple around. I don't remember it, but I was thanks for Blanca, my unicorn dragon shirt, and my artist friend made. Yeah. I remember you. And kept bringing friends back to get more art. Thank you for the sub. Let's go. Appreciate that. And a new follow. Thank you. More blue. Yay. Got emotes now. This one feels a bit too dark. I don't know. I also feel like I could be using a slightly bigger brush. Favorite booth at Emerald City. I'm glad you had fun. We try and make the booth as fun as possible. And depending on what day, I can't remember what day you were there. Yeah, there was times where we were slammed, and then there was times where we were really slow. What's up, Miguel? How's it going? go. Dragon Age Origins, nice. David Workers in Gary's booth, nice. Dragon Age Origins, been a long time follower. Let's see. Work so happy to see a painful time. Just started painting, nice. What kind of stuff are you painting? That's awesome. Quiet for drawing a monster flying towards your face. Should listen to better rock music. Just joking. Great work you are doing there. Appreciate you. Yeah, we keep the streams pretty chill. I don't get too crazy in here. I want this land down here to be a little bit out of focus. Just saw the frog. Yeah, same character as I did on my meditation painting. Shows the reference for meditation. Yeah, it was like that in your reference photo. So this time I made him using 3D. This is what I did for the reference for this one. I made this in Blender. It's all hand sculpted, 3D painted, posed, rigged, texture painted, all that. I can get this to balance again. It's a whole art project on its own. It really is. But I like to be prepared. Yeah, just setting up the reference took me about 4 days. I've already got probably 30 or 40 hours in this piece. Just just figuring out what I want it to look like. Hey, thank you for the stars. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Let's get to some brown ochre. Some brown ochre. Get the Blender file just so you can explore it. I can send it to you. It's a whole mess, but yeah, you can, can fiddle around with it. I don't mind. Very trusting. Yeah. I got what I needed out of it. Trying to get this landscape to be a bit more cohesive. What's up, Samantha? How's it going? I just forgot what colors I was mixing. The colors are all over the place right now. Moving to New Zealand. Oh my. You just got invited to play D&D. That's awesome. incredible painting. How much? Well, I'll have the original for a lot, but I'll have prints for $10. If you'd like to sign up, you can get your print right now. Oop. I'll show you what the $10 ones look like. $20,000. Yes, for the original. This is what the prints look like. Get one of these in your mailbox every month. This was the this was the February one. The link to Patreon is in my bio. It's the link tree. You sign up for that, you get a little print in your mailbox once a month. Very epic. Also, guys, for anyone who is following along with the Dungeon Crawler Carl vote, we just passed 300 today. 300 votes, which is pretty freaking cool. Passed 300 votes. Thanks. Voting out, nice. Yeah, we've got a good shot of at least getting an honorable mention, if not one of the, like, shoot, if in the next 2 days we can get another 100 votes, we have a very good chance of getting top 3, which would be crazy. I think there's one that has over 400. I think there's one design that has over 400, so I don't, like, unless something crazy happens in the next 2 days, I don't think we'll get the win. Don't think we'll get the number 1 win, but still, getting in the top 10 is pretty cool out of 500 entries, which we are in the top 10 right now. If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, I painted a Dungeon Crawler Carl painting and entered it in a contest this week. So everyone who enters gets the chance to have people vote on it, and whoever wins, their artwork becomes official Dungeon Crawler Carl merch and get a cash prize. So the number 1 gets like $5,000, which is crazy. So I'm probably not going to be getting number 1, but number 2 gets like $2,500, and then third place gets like $1,000, and then each design picked gets like $350, and you get your stuff as official merch. Like, your painting will become official merch, which is awesome. there's the link. Appreciate that. Just gonna go over all that with burnt sienna. Amazing. Thank you. Yeah, someone messaged me earlier today. They're like, hey, look what I saw scrolling through in the top entries. There's my painting up there. Pretty neat. Doing pretty good doing podcast. Nice. That's pretty cool. My character will be Tony. Hilarious. Yeah, that'd be fun. I always like going and hanging out with friends afterwards. It's looking good. I appreciate that. I will literally eat whatever someone feeds me. Need a bit more green. The lighter green. want these mountains to be a bit softer. It's looking pretty good though. I like it. More instrumental music. I don't like that. We're deciding with the DoorDash. Nice. That's how they want Taco Bell. Exactly. When in doubt, Taco Bell. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty easy decision. I could go for some Taco Bell. If Shannon gets back from giving Franklin a bath soonish, I might go and get me some Taco Bell. You got your tickets to Denver? Nice. Nice. Need to decide what kind of hotel we're getting to. Denver's one of those crazy ones that they are so expensive with their hotels. I remember it was Denver 2024, I think. It was my first time at Denver. Me and Leighton went down there, or up there, and we went to check in, and they were like, we don't have a reservation for you. And I'm like, the flip do you mean you don't have a reservation? I'm like, I booked a reservation. What do you mean? They're like, yeah, we don't got anything in here for you. And I'm like, that's not gonna work. They're like, well, looks like it just didn't go through. I'm like, well, what are you gonna do for me? They're like, you can buy a room. Got one available. It's gonna be like $900. And I'm like, $900, come on. Remember the hotel? That was over 2 years ago. I think it was because I booked through like super.com or something. So it was probably because I booked it with a weird site. So it probably wasn't the hotel's fault. It was just, all I know is it was super expensive. And I did not like it. Did not like how expensive it was. Oh, the train tickets sell out. I'll be excited to hang out with you at that one too. already only had 9 seeds left. Dang. That's crazy. I'm glad you're able to snag one. Lefty Rose City? Yep, we'll be there. I like going to Portland shows. Mm-hmm. I'll be flying in for that one. Love taking the train down there. I might see you guys sooner than next March. Nice. That'll be fun. Love that. You also try and get on the same train. See if you can travel together. Love how that person hopped on YouTube, said how much, and then just dipped out. It was probably a kid. That's usually what happens. Anytime someone hops on and says how much, it's always some 12-year-old. Which if you're 12 and you're watching this, thank you for hanging out. I never expect any 12-year-olds to actually buy something if they ask how much. Where's my liquid? It's like that one video you sent me of things people say of this, right? Oh my gosh. That video gets me every time. Oh my gosh, I need this. Walks away. This painting is literally the best thing I've seen in my whole life. It reminds me of my mom. Oh, that's nice. My mom died. Oh. Walks away. Walks up to booth. I don't even need this. Walks away. Walks up to booth. I don't have enough wall space. Walks away. Or no, what they usually do is they walk up to the booth, they say, "Oh, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I've literally never seen anything as good as this ever in my life." I don't have any wall space. Walks away. Which, don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not complaining about people complimenting my art. I'm not, I promise. I like getting compliments. There's a certain amount of times that I hear the same phrase over and over and over and over again. And, you know, at some point, it becomes funny. Did you draw that? You're really talented. Exactly. No, there's just at some point it starts becoming funny when you hear the same thing over and over and over again, and it's the same interaction just on repeat. You're a red ochre. That's what I want. Let's get a bit more thinned down. This red. This is a very opaque red. Hey, let's go. Thank you, Samantha. We got a new Patreon sub. Woo! We didn't do anything like that. No, y'all bought stuff. It's the people who have just a lot to say and then end up not buying anything. Like those are the funny things. Those are the funny things. Thank you so much for the Patreon sub. That's my second international Patreon sub. Maybe all those international postage stamps will be worth it. How many did I buy? I've actually got them right here. Yeah, I've got so many. These are the international postage stamps. I've still got 8 months worth of international stamps, and I've got 9 more local ones. But they just put out that they did a they're doing a Dungeons and Dragons postage stamp, so it's got a dragon on it. I'm excited. I just hope it's real. Did you get any tornadoes? Yes, I actually did. I didn't get any tornadoes, thankfully, but my buddy Leighton. So Leighton lives like 30 minutes from me, and Leighton did have a tornado touch down like 5 minutes from his house. So, yes, we did get tornadoes. Did Suburban survive? He said everything was fine. He's driving his Jeep again, though. It's too wet. Yeah, it was crazy. We had a tornado touchdown just like 30 minutes from my house, but like 5 minutes from Layton's house. There's lucky there's a tree on it. Oh. But you're right. With his luck, I'm surprised he doesn't have a tree on it. He's had the worst vehicle luck lately. Just waiting for him to pop in here and be like, "Hey, you talking about me?" Yeah, he's okay. We were listening to the weather thing. It's like, if you know anyone in Belton, please call them and make sure they're okay. Like, Layton, you okay? Looks a bit better. You reading my April snail mail letter? Nice. Nice. For an explanation, he said it needs one, needs none. Needs none at all. That's right. It's just a bonus drawing. That's all it is. Nothing special. Y'all are silly. kitty cat is being whiny. He's being a whiny liney. Yeah. Bit too far away for me, probably. It's okay. I'll just cry in the corner by myself. I'll just be by myself. I heard a rumor that you have a second cat that you never talk about or mention or acknowledge publicly. Oh, I love Olive. Olive's my little baby. She's so well behaved. She never does anything wrong. And she's usually when I'm talking about my boy cat, it's usually because he's acting crazy and I'm complaining about him. Whereas Olive, she's just a perfect little angel. Can fly out for it. Yeah. Yeah, that $500 round trip, no problem for me. You know me out here just riching it up. Streamlabs report. What stream ended? Stream ending. Oh, I love that the Twitch and the YouTube stream has this Patreon connected now. Dr. Budget, but I have a feeling I'm too busy. Yeah. I was supposed to be at a thing tonight with some friends, and I ditched them. I ditched them so hard. I feel kind of bad. But I also told them that there's a high likelihood that I probably wouldn't be able to make it. Yeah, getting out the door is the hardest part. Yeah, the Star Wars thing. Seems to be over here. But they're just doing choreography tonight, so. Not something I would be participating in too much anyway. My character in the movie he's just a guy who's gonna be like running for his life for a scene and then gets killed. Yes. Now, if I'm at like a convention or something, I can get out the door. I can go and do things. I can be social. But if it's getting me to leave my house, that's the challenge. Oh, Libby's a cute cat name. She my baby. Can hear Linus up there losing his mind though. thought that was on the train. I can't remember. Maybe it was in an Uber. Maybe both. There we go. That's the color I was looking for. Is that one Shannon also called? Gotcha. That whole month was kind of a blur. It was crazy. So much happened. Traveled so much. I went straight from Emerald City Comic Con to Cleveland Fan Expo, and then straight from Cleveland Fan Expo to MegaCon. It was just so much. Yeah, and then Chicago right after MegaCon. It was just so much traveling. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna let myself travel that much. Probably ever again. Like the Denver month is gonna be the next craziest month, I think. And even that is only like 3 shows back to back, and then another weekend, and then another. I think I have 2 shows back to back, and then a week off, and then Denver, which is 3 weeks back to back. So I've got Denver, and then Phoenix, and then after Phoenix is, what's after Phoenix? It's not Rose City, is it? Can't remember. 605 is after Phoenix. Oh. I thought 605 was before Denver. Shows how much I pay attention. So excited for 605 this year. It was such a fun show last year. It was in middle of nowhere, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. But the showrunners care about that show so much. They put so much effort into it. It's just a great time. And it's like a really niche show that like people from Sioux Falls, like, they save up for it because it's like the only thing in that area. Although they have SuperCon as well. Yeah, and that's one that. Oh yes, Nicholas just messaged me. Got me signed up. Excited for the first one to eventually arrive. Yes. Yeah, it is gonna be a while. These are the postage stamps for you. One of these will be going on yours. Thank you so much for signing up. I really Really appreciate you. This will be your first one. The best one is the first one. Ooh. Looking cute. Yeah, looking pretty cool. I haven't started on the characters yet. I'm working on the background right now. Doing background to foreground. So we've been working on pretty much this whole stream so far has just been this landscape down here. They can get in. Amber's sister wants to be there too. Dallas is gonna be Shannon will be at Dallas. I will be at Rose City that weekend. Nice, good. Yeah, Nicholas just got in too. Nicholas just texted me like 2 minutes ago saying that he just got his acceptance email. So that is super exciting. Super. Because it's Sioux Falls. NostalgiaCon, yeah, that one I will be at. That is our next show. Me and Leighton will both be at that one. Getting there. Friends that live there, told them about you. Nice. Oh, what's up, Rage Mage? Stealing my art again. What's up, my guy? Yeah, always stealing your art. It's a must. It's the only thing I know how to do. Steal Rage Mage's art. Yeah, Leighton's on Twitch. Yeah, Leighton almost got freaking killed by tornadoes yesterday. Working on payment stuff. Nice. Been on the road a lot. Oh yeah. What's a good gonna be there? Yeah, it's gonna be great. I need a job doing Boilermaker, so basically never be able to get on my phone and such. Aw, bummer. Congrats on new job? Question mark. Do you like it? Should I go for the 10 by 10 or 10 by 20? I mean, you know what I would do? That just depends on how much you want to spend. Don't think you have enough art? Sure you do. You did a 10 by 20 at Twin Cities Con with art. I guess you had 3D print stuff there too, but no, if it's just about art, get the 10 by 20. Just get the big freaking foam core prints. Get a bunch of 24 by 36s. A back of a 10 by 20 has enough space for 6 pro panels. You have 6 pieces of art. Just fill up 6 pro panels with 6 massive 24 by 36 prints. And then do medals on the table. And then do a booth on each table, or a bin on each table. Looks pretty good. Alright, and just the dark areas up here. Updating. Why are you updating? Some bull crap, I'm telling you. Just wants to see the world burn. Maybe. Nah. You got it. You know what to do. And shoot, if you don't have enough art, just put your 3D prints up there. Bring your 3D stuff and have a table full of 3D and have a table full of art. 605 is one of the cheapest shows for how many people come out and spend money there. Like, that is the one I will absolutely get a 10 by 20 front end cap every year if I can. And remember, it's like there's not a lot of corners there. So if you can get a 10 by 10 corner, sure. But if he's just going to give you an inline, I wouldn't even go for a 10 by 10 inline. So just consider that. If you can get a 10 by 10 in corner, sure. But if he's just going to give you a 10 by 10 inline, I wouldn't do that. It's just so easy to get walk past. No corners. Dude, they're like, what, $250 each? You're going to make more than $250. Carpers and Blue Noel. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Just remember what happened last time you went to a 10x10 inline booth, which I think was Planet and WonderCon for me. It's not good. 10x10 inline booth, no good. Not worth the drive. I would not get out of bed for a 10x10 inline. Cool, this be at Motor City Comic Con? Yeah, it should, unless someone buys it. The original, anyway. But I will have prints of it either way. If you like it, it is part of my Painted Dragon print club. These are my snail mail club prints. $10. Supports me, keeps me going with this project, and you get a little signed print in your mailbox every month. That's on my Patreon. Sign up for that, I send you a little signed print. These Tubby prints framed on the wall. You definitely one of my regular stops there now. Nice. Thank you, Razzie. Appreciate that. I think the price difference between a 10x10 and a 10x20 is like, it's like $250 versus $500, which is like, that is money. That is significant money. But this was so for me last year, I did really good at this show last year, so I will happily pay that $600 or $500, whatever. Another good cosplayer friends to your booth this year as well. Nice. Can't wait. Might need to wait for this layer to dry. Cons in between now. Won't editor up, trying to keep this light cushion. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Just remember that one of your metal prints pays for that booth. Pays for that extra booth. But I also will absolutely not argue with keeping a cushion either. Let's start on Tony. Let's start painting Mr. T-Man himself. Pepperoni Tony. Tony Baloney. Tony Macaroni. Tony Maloney. I've already painted this guy once before. Should be easy, right? Beans and Tony to the tune of that Beans and Bologna song. I love that. That's hilarious. I don't know how long Shannon's gonna be at her mom's house. I've been painting all day. Well, I've been working on this piece all day. I haven't been painting all day. I started painting around noon, I think. Just on the background. Can't confirm. I stuck in our heads. Oh man, that's great. Yeah, I've been painting all day. I don't want to cut it short. One of my favorite pastimes in the last few days has been I sit there in bed and I listen to Dungeon Crawler Carl and I play Arturo on my phone. And that has been like my favorite thing for the last couple of days. It's just playing the stupid Arturo game and listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's been great. Like I look forward to that every day now. Awesome progress. Thanks, Eric. See you in May. Yeah, see ya. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, made some good progress. We mostly did the background so far. I haven't really started on the characters at all. I'm just getting started on Tony. So painting his pants right now. He's gonna have his same little costume that he did last time. Get a bit of green on there. Yeah. We'll zoom in on this little guy. I zoomed in on the Twitch stream, so if you see the if you're on Facebook, you won't see the zoomed in, but if you pop on over to Twitch, you can see it zoomed in. Who's that? Yeah, spam those emotes. Probably gonna take a lot more layers to get Tony looking like Tony, but we'll get there. It's looking pretty good already. Just you going to 605? No, Shannon will be there. But Nicholas will also be there, so if you're wanting to split hotel, I bet you Nicholas would, and if we can get in like the same hotel, we can all hang out in the evenings. That'd be pretty fun. That's good. Nice. Alright. There's our little quick little block in on Tony. Now he really looks like Kermit the Frog. Getting the 10 by 20. I think that's the better idea. I think you'll make more. Now don't blame me if it doesn't go well. It's just what I would do. Complaining about won't blame. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be worth it. That is the cheapest 10 by 20 booth you will ever get. So I'm sure it will be a good time. There aren't very many shows that I would recommend people to get to 10 by 20, but that's one of them that I really... And do you think you'd do oils on this bad boy? We're actually already doing oils. This one is... I actually went straight in with oils for this one since I'm painting on a oil primed linen. So this isn't like a normal stretch canvas like I normally would do. But yeah, we're going straight in with oils on this one. Yeah, this is actually my first time using a oil primed linen before, so enjoying it so far. It feels really smooth. Like I didn't have to gesso it at all. It's just going. You ever do a commission for a micro mini canvas? Depends on what it was, and for you maybe. For the general public, no. No. I don't really even do commissions much anymore. Only commissions I do are for like book authors. Or like if Wizards of the Coast wanted me to do magic cards, I would do magic cards. But just for most people, I'm trying not to really do commissions at all anymore. I pissed off my Facebook followers the other day. For 5 a.m. Dang. Where are you right now? That's crazy. On the other side of the world. Job an hour away, 3:45. Gotcha. I was like, I don't think you were overseas or anything. Like 3:45 a.m. My goodness. No, I go to bed. Yes, I feel ya. I used to work at UPS. I fully understand the early morning grind. Alright, you have a good night. Should we start with his eye? Should we start painting beans with his eyeball? Big heavy glint. Beans, yes. Yes, this is beans. Okay, getting as close to a dark black as I want without actually painting it black. Just want it to keep the vibrancy. Probably do a second layer of that. Beans and Tony. It's gonna be fun to watch this thing just kind of come to life around his eye. See how far we can get tonight. But I'm feeling pretty tired. Just want to be able to get as much done tonight as I can. highlight. Just for stopping by. See you, Leighton. Have fun. Never ending story. Yeah. Falcor vibes. Yeah, Falcor does have his big eyes, doesn't he? Okay, like a bluish pink. Splashing that color in there since I know I'll be using it eventually. My teeth. Alright, and then back to bright orange. So much. There we go. A little bit of pink in there. Back in with alcohol. Nice. Do we know how good Luke does with alcohol? He just gets really goofy, but he's yeah. I'll let him share what he wants to share. Not very many people have seen me drunk. I also haven't been drunk very many times, especially in public, intentionally. No, I also just kind of start laughing at everything, and everything becomes really, really funny. Not very many people have seen me intoxicated. I don't really drink all that much. Exactly. Fifth wheel either embraces it or gets pissy and doesn't even hang out. There's only two ways to be a fifth wheel. Probably embracing it. Nice. His other eye over there. Get the dark part of his eye as well. There we go. Impressed of the process you go through so good. Thank you. Yeah, there's definitely a lot to it. There's definitely a lot to the whole process. There's going to be several layers. Started doing 3D rendering the last year, but I had no idea you could do that much with your reference. Exactly. Having a solid reference going in is so important. Because trying to paint just straight from imagination, like, yeah, it looks good. And you can make some really cool stuff straight from imagination, which I'll show you. That, like, this piece started as a straight from imagination piece. So it actually started with this. This is what we started out with. This is just from imagination. This is just kind of scribbling around. I knew I wanted mountains in the background. I knew I wanted him in this kind of pose with the hands below him, with the head kind of angling up that way. Tony bouncing on his back. Wanted the wings in that position. Yeah, this was all just for imagination. And then we take it into 3D and you can make that, which is just giving me so much more information. So much more. Just do a lot more with a reference versus without. Which I've actually got the time lapse in here. So you can see that's where you can actually see. So I started out just with a bunch of random ideas. I'm just like playing around with different shapes, with different poses. These are my thumbnail sketches. Can make a video game? Yeah, you could. But I like paintings. Yeah, I was trying out just like different poses, different angles to paint him at. Tried like a forward on one. It's up a rainbow cloud. Yeah, and then this is me. I kind of picked that. It's like that. It's really between the first and the second one. Started actually shaping in that thumbnail, trying to figure out more of what I wanted it to do. More what I wanted it to look like. Started kind of actually figuring out some shapes and details versus just the general pose. As me figuring out the wing, figuring out what I want the tongue to look like. And then I made it full screen, started inking in some line work, because I don't do a whole lot of line work, and that's just something I wanted to practice, is actually inking in some lines. And that goes for a long time. And kind of figuring out the pose a bit more. And then I started adding in some colors, some shapes. And that was as far as I got on the sketch. And then I took it into 3D from there, and And here we are now painting it in real life based on the 3D. But yeah, there's a reason why my original paintings, something this big, starts at, like 10 grand. So I know how much work I'm putting into it, and I won't let the original go for any less than that. That was several hours, right? Yeah, just the sketch by itself was like 2 or 3 hours, and then the 3D, that took me like 3 or 4 full days of 3D rendering. I was still working on the 3D as of this morning. I knew Shannon wanted to listen to our audiobook, so I tried to finish up the 3D as quick as I could. I've been listening to The Way of Kings. Started Brandon Sanderson again. I listened to Way of Kings like several years ago. I remembered really enjoying it. So she said she wanted to give that a go. So we're like 15 hours in, I think, ish, give or take. Yeah, it's really good. You met Isaac before? Yeah. I brought a print over to Brandon Sanderson at Salt Lake FanX, and then told Brandon Sanderson there that I wanted to work for him someday, and he was like, "Oh, cool! I'll show this to Isaac Stewart." And then Isaac came over to my booth and talked to me for a few minutes. Shannon just got back. We'll probably be ending the stream here in just a bit. Probably a good thing too. I am getting tired. Yeah, Isaac said that my stuff was good, but they get like 1,000 applicants a day, so the stars have to align for them to take on a new artist. And he said just to keep trying. That was a nice way of him just telling me like, no, but it's okay. I took it as a keep trying, and I painted another thing, and I showed Sanderson at another show just a couple months ago, and I'm keeping trying. I'm gonna just keep trying until I get it. I'm gonna paint in his nostril, and then I think I'm gonna call it good for tonight. 'Cause I am pooped. Is that puppy less stinky?
Smell for yourself. Come on, Frank.
Puppy, you're less stinky. You're a less stinky puppy. Says you got snacks. What do you think of my guy so far?
I think it looks awesome.
I had to work most of the time on the landscape. And I just barely started blocking him and then working on his face.
That's really exciting.
Aww. Gonna be very
It's like
epic.
A movie.
He went to school with his wife, so I've dinner with them a couple of times. They're great. Nice. Well, if you ever get to see him again sometime, be sure and well, you don't have to, but if you feel so inclined, to show him my stuff again and let him know that I'd love to work with them someday. And that's like my dream.
I bet that blocking is making things so much easier.
Yeah, it helps.
You're using really thin layers of paint.
Yep.
Is that on purpose?
Nope, that's just how I paint. I just don't know how to paint thicker.
Just use more paint.
But then it's not as controlled, and then I end up putting paint in the wrong places. See them every Christmas. They live in the same town as my sister. Nice. That is super cool.
Kind of looks like Kermit.
He does look a lot like Kermit, and I'm gonna have to.
And that kind of looks like it could be a giant Muppet.
It could be a giant Muppet. Maybe I'm just painting Muppets now. Maybe that is what I'm doing. Maybe that's okay.
See, that's where you just add more. Just put more on the brush when you put it down. Just more.
It's not as controlled. Whoa.
But if you have just the right color, it doesn't matter.
How do I know if I have just the right color?
You color drop and match the color.
No, I know what color it needs to look like. It's just mixing the right colors, the hard part. Yeah. Yeah. How's Shannon's Icarus going?
No comment.
She says no comment. It's looking amazing. She's just struggling with it a little bit. But she's doing great. It's way smaller than last time I painted him. little bracelets in there again. Is that your wife? We love her Shire paintings. Yeah. Yup. There we go.
Pierce Frank is deleting, which means we're heading upstairs.
Alrighty. Mother's love cat. Yeah, that was so good. Alright guys, that is gonna be it for tonight. Appreciate y'all being here, hanging out. A new sub on Patreon. By the way, if anyone's watching and you like this piece, if you sub to my Patreon, this will be the first snail mail print that you get if you sub today. You get a signed little 5x7 for the $10 tier, and for $30 you get one of my full-size prints. Huh?
Scissors.
Oh, down there. Under the thing. So this was the last one. Ooh. These prints are usually $40 if you're buying them for my booth. But for $30 you'll get a full one. Hey, Jessica Morgan plus $10. Thank you, Jessica. Let's go. Got a new Patreon sub. Jessica will be getting a 5x7 of this one. What's these size? These ones are signed and numbered. Signed and numbered. Getting a signed and numbered print for $10 is not very common. So thank you so much. All right. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see you next time.